So it's time to get your car tinted. What happens next? Hi, my name's Jason Anderson with Lakeland Glass and Tint, and we're here to talk to you today about Mississippi Tint Laws. Anytime I read anything that has any type of legal document to it, it really gets to be confusing, and I'll be honest, the Mississippi Tint Law is much the same. So today, we're here to break it down just for you so it makes sense. See, in Mississippi, we basically break the tint laws down on automobiles into two separate categories. Cars on one end, so that'd be like all of your sedans, hatchbacks, things like that. And on the other hand, we have trucks, vans, and SUVs. So we'll define those separately for you. First, cars. So in cars in the state of Mississippi, all vehicles, all windows, sides and rear have to meter at 28% or higher. So what we do is we'll apply 35% window film to the sides and the rear, and we can get you on a meter at about 28 or 29%. We can also take it from there and we can state legal certify that for an extra $5, and you can actually have a window sticker that is issued by the state from us to you if you want to have that certified state legal. All right, that brings us to trucks, vans, and SUVs. When it comes to trucks, vans, and SUVs, the law changes very slightly. So what happens there is trucks, vans, and SUVs, the main windows we have to focus on are the two front doors. That would be the driver and passenger front doors. Those also have to meter at 28% or higher. So we will, again, do a 35% window film on those, and we can get you on a meter at about 28 or 29%. That brings me to the back half. So that would be everything behind the front door. So we basically call it rear half. Both sides and the back behind the front passenger doors can be basically anything. So if you want it to be 5%, we can make that happen for you. Now keep in mind, a lot of cars nowadays come with privacy glass. So what happens is they have a factory stain, which is a dye in the glass. There is no benefit to that outside of just the privacy alone. Most manufacturers keep it around 20% or so. Just a little tidbit for you. They're not all that way, but most of them are at a 20%. So that brings us to one of the biggest glasses in the whole car, and that's the windshield. In Mississippi, we have a fairly strict windshield law. So you can have basically any VLT, any percent you want that is 6 inches or higher at the top of the windshield or to the AS1 line. So that gets a little bit iffy at times because AS1 line can be different from car to car, from manufacturer to manufacturer. So a lot of times we try to stick around that 6-inch mark, which is a pretty good number to stick with, and we always do them in 5%. It's a great thing. We call it a visor. So when you come in, if you want a little strip at the top of your windshield, we call that a visor. Anything that is a full windshield tint on any vehicle in the state of Mississippi is deemed illegal. Now, there are a few exceptions there. So in the state of Mississippi, we have what's called a medical exemption. You can be medically exempt from the Mississippi State Tint Law by a licensed medical physician, and you have to take that up with someone at your local tax assessor office where you get your tag. If you are deemed medically exempt by a medical professional, what will happen is they'll issue you a letter, you go to the tag office, and there they will issue you a slip that will live with that car that will deem you to be considered exempt from the Mississippi Tint Law. I hope this really breaks it down for you in very simple terms. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, ask one of the team members. We'll be glad to help you with that today. Thank you for choosing Lakeland Glass and Tint, where quality matters.